Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what you need to start a successful, profitable rabbit farm. This is our setup, which you are looking at here. We're having a good farm that is going on here. We would like to share a few tips that we have learned raising rabbits for the past 3 years, so that you are able also to start and you can make yourself a living out of these bunnies. This is our setup here, like you can see me moving around. This is our entire farm. Hopefully this gives you a picture of what I am going to be talking about. Now, the first thing that you need to start a profitable rabbit farm is going to be knowledge search. You need to acquire all the information that you need to run a rabbit farm before you could even start. It's not good for you to go ahead and invest your money blindly into a venture that you have not done proper research about. So for you to be able to do proper research, you're going to be doing it online. You can be doing it on the internet, on YouTube, like you are here. So you will need to allocate some funds for you to be able to cater for the internet if you're doing it online. And then I would also recommend that you actually visit one of the rabbit farms that is well established near you. That is going to give you some kind of first-hand information, and also to be able to see things physically on ground, so that you can kind of relate to what you are going to be doing. That is going to be key. Most of the people just want to venture into something because simply they have the money to start, and they feel that should be enough for them to succeed in that kind of venture. Because you can end up investing your money in bunnies, and then you end up losing it all. So, and then the other thing is that I have seen people that just want to venture into rabbit farm, and they want to visit your farm, but when you tell them that you charge a small fee for people to just enter your farm to kind of help you with running costs, they are not willing to do that. This is because probably they have not planned, or they have not set budget aside for these consultation fees. Even when someone doesn't ask for this kind of money from you, for me, I feel that it's quite a good gesture for you to give a farmer some form of appreciation if they have allowed you to come to their farm, and they have also been able to share a few things that they know that has helped them succeed in rabbit farming. So that is something that you should be looking at. Now, besides knowledge search, you are going to be looking into which kind of system that you would like to raise your rabbits in. There are a couple of systems that you can pick from. You can raise rabbits in a colony setup. Now, a colony setup, I mean you having your rabbits on the ground, where you just have them in one room, one large room, and then your rabbits will free roam in that room. That's one way that you can raise your rabbits. The other way is you can raise your rabbits in free range. So you have your land fenced off, and you have your bunnies, so you can just have them free range in your property. That's one way. Another way is you can raise bunnies in what they call rabbit tractors. Now, rabbit tractors are for bunnies that you're going to be raising on pastures, entirely on pastures. So what you do is you kind of make a very big cage outdoor, which is removable. So every morning you go around and pull it and extend it to the next area, so that your bunnies are able to feed on the grasses. Now, the other option which we highly recommend if you're going to be doing a commercial rabbit farm is going to be raising your rabbits in a cage system. Now, a cage system is going to look like this. This is the kind of setup which we have. We have two systems. We have a two-tier system where you have two levels of your cages with your bunnies, like you can see here. For this side, this kind of cages, we use them for our breeders. So all our breeding stock is going to be in these cages. Why do we prefer them in a 2-tier cage system? Because it is easy for you to monitor your bunnies, and because when you're passing through your farm, you're literally looking at all your bunnies, because it's the last kind of tier is almost at your eyesight. So whenever you're moving around your cage or your farm, you are able to look at all your bunnies, which is very important if you're going to be having new bunnies. You really need to check on them almost on a daily, and you are only going to be able to do that if you can be able to look at the bunnies. So in the morning when you're feeding, you are able to look at all your bunnies. So we have also the 3-tier cage system. I don't know if you can see it. It's that cage. That cage is what we are using for our winners. So whatever rabbits are born on this side of the breeders, we win them over to this side of the winners. So if I can show you here, I have a few winners, which I have. These are winners. These are 3 bunnies which are winners and living their best life here on the farm. Like you can see, they are almost glowing, which is a sign that your bunny is doing well. That's that in this cage. We also have bunnies in this cage. These ones are a little bit older. I also have, when they are kind of grow, we now keep them 2-2. Once they are beyond this size, then we go ahead and separate them and keep them 1-1. Like you can see, this is a little bit bigger than this other sides, which I showed you, which we are still keeping 2-2. So guys, that's how you can keep your bunnies. I believe this is the best system for you to keep your rabbits on a large scale, because with this kind of system, you are able to manage first your reproduction, because you separate the males and females and only bring them together when you want to get new bunnies. So, but in these other systems which I talked about, having them in tractors, rabbit tractors, having them in a colony setup, and also having them free range, you don't have control on how your rabbits reproduce, which is going to be a major problem if you're doing this as a business. You need to be on top of your breeding schedule so that you are able to get good bunnies all the time. I have a bunny here which I should be giving a nest box today. As you can see, this NB indicates the 7th of January 2024, which is the time we are recording this video. This is my Flemish giant. This should be giving me a few bunnies in the next days, but you can see still it's calm. Even when I touch it, it's not aggressive. You see that the belly is kind of falling to the floor. That should be an indication that your bunny is going to have bunnies very soon. We have done videos on how you can confirm that your bunny is indeed having bunnies. So that aside, so let's continue with what you need to start a profitable rabbit farm. This is going to be my display cabin for bunnies in 2024. This is something that we came up here on the farm to kind of give our visitors and our customers a close look at their bunny before they can select it, because sometimes when you have it in the cage, it's very difficult for someone to critically look at the bunny. So I will also be using it for this kind of purpose. If you have never raised rabbits and you're starting to breed rabbits or to raise rabbits for the first time, I would recommend that you start small so that you learn how to take care of these bunnies, and so that you can also minimize your risk. That's if you ever have a problem on your farm. because of you not knowing what to do. So I always recommend that if you need to start and you have never raised a rabbit, start with a pair of breeding females and then one buck, and all these should be of the same breed. Now you can be taking maybe like a New Zealand white. This is what a New Zealand white is going to look like, and this is a junior doe. This rabbit has never given birth, so this is what you should be taking. Something which is about 6 months should be good for you to start with. Don't start with very young bunnies because they will be cheap for you to buy. You can actually lose them because you don't know how to take care of little bunnies. You can also buy chinchillas. Chinchillas are also going to be good mothers. This is also a junior doe. This is going to be giving birth for the first time. We have bred it, and so we are waiting on it to give us some bunnies. Now, when you have a pair of 2 females and then 1 male of the same breed, you can be able to scale up and grow your rabbits without inbreeding. These 2 bunnies will be able to produce for you the rest of your flock. You may not need to invest unless you have done some quite good research and you have trained from a reputable rabbit farm on how to manage bunnies. You can go ahead and start with more than a pair of bunnies. But a pair of bunnies is going to be able to give you a lot of rabbits. Remember, a gestation period of a rabbit is just 30 days. And within 30 days, your rabbit should be able to give birth if you buy the ready to breed at 6 months. So they will be able to give you bunnies, and on average, your rabbit is going to give you 6 bunnies. Like you can see here, I have 6 bunnies which have grown to winning stage. You see that this rabbit gave birth to 6 bunnies and they are all here. So the mother is in there chilling. So now you see that from just 1 rabbit, I now have 6 rabbits at 6 months, which I can choose from to rebreed to the father, because that will not be inbreeding, that will be line breeding, which is very acceptable because you are breeding to improve on your breed or on your bloodline, or you're breeding to maintain some key features that you have seen in your bunny, and they are good. So when you have your a pair of your bunnies, you're going to need a rabbit hutch. Now, a rabbit hutch, you can go with a 2-tier system like this. This is 6 rooms, okay? If you make these 6 rooms, it means your rabbits are going to occupy 3 rooms, because each breeding rabbit is going to be in its own cage, and your breeding buck is also going to be in its own cage. This is my breeding buck for my chinchillas, as you can see. And of course, guys, giving your rabbits hay is a must. The cage has to be self-cleaning. By this, I mean it must have a wire mesh at the floor so that all the droppings will fall through and it will collect here on this manure collection point. For us, we prefer to use a polythene supported by plywood underneath it, because we have seen that is more strong than using iron sheets. If you don't want to use this, then you must use plastic sheets, because the iron sheets will be broken down by the rabbit urine, because the rabbit urine is very corrosive and it will destroy iron sheets. So stay away from sheets, otherwise you will be repairing your cages all the time. The other thing is that if you're going to be going big and you're going to have literally a setup like what I have here, of late I have discovered that you building all wire mesh cages will be the best option, because with the time, for us, we have had these cages now for 3 years, at least most of them, because we have continuously increased on the number of cages which we have. Like you can see these ones here, this side, this line on the downer side, this is a new a new setup. If I had this kind of information from the start, then I would have built all wire mesh. Now guys, at this point you need to provide water to your bunnies. You can do that using the automatic watering system, the nipple system. Like you can see, this rabbit is drinking water from the nipple. Now what you do is you have to have a water reservoir where you connect this water. Now, like if you can see, this water is coming from that jerry can for this cage here, and for the rest of the farm, the water is upstairs. We pass through that ladder and connect to the water source. Now, why do we have a different water source for this cage? This is our meat cage where we isolate all the rabbits that are meant to be slaughtered for meat. And by that, we assure that these rabbits for the past 3 months, they have not gotten any form of medication so that we are able to get the quality meat from them. So guys, this is all you need. The other thing which I had almost forgotten is going to be, you will need feeding troughs. These feeding traps, you can use the clay ones. I have seen people who make the concrete ones, but these clay ones will do pretty well. And you can see the size which we use, because this is quite heavy, so the rabbits cannot step on it and pour the feeds. That is very key, because when your rabbits are spilling the feed, then it means that they will not grow well, because remember, you're giving calculated feed. You're not just feeding anyhow. You're kind of giving feeds that are meant for the bunnies in that cage. So when they pour it, you will be losing a lot on your bunnies. So guys, that's it. If you would like to venture into rabbit farming, that's all you need to start your farm. If you need to know how much it's going to cost you to build a rabbit hutch like this one here, I will be putting the video at the end card. Please finish this video, then you can transition to that one so that you are able to watch it. Otherwise guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.